So was she paying you to listen to all those recordings and type them out, or what was happening there?
That was, yeah, she was paying me to go through and listen, and she paid me by the hour for it.
Okay. And she had about 70 hours, is that correct, of illegal bugging me and my van and my bedroom?
It was 70 hours plus. 70 hours is what I was able to listen to. Um, there's only so many hours you can listen to a single person.
Okay. Did you hear anything incriminating come out of my mouth? Did I threaten her? Was I plotting against her in any way? I did not
Not
know I was being
once.
recorded.
Right. And
Yeah.
and that was the thing that started changing my heart and making me realize that I was severely in the wrong, because after listening from Cindy what was supposed to be evidence against you, I could find nothing that you did wrong.
Well, you read Cindy's thing carefully with me. What do I do, brother?
Well, I would be inclined to advise you, since you're asking, and I'm here, and we type this up and you sign it and say this is all you're getting. You'll never get anything else. So leave me alone about anything else.
Instead of I direct Ernie, it is my wishes that.
Well, that won't be good enough for her, and
That's
it's
all I
not.
can do, legally.
It's not. It's like you're the traffic director. You're diverting 1,300 to her and the rest to you, or 1,300 to her and 100 to Paul, or 500 to Paul. You're just diverting.
There needs to be a qualifier in there if the ministry is able. Is what it was.
Well, and that's the qualifier in that is it says from the intellectual property revenues of CSE. So
if that ceases.
Right, if it ceases, then the payment ceases. That's why that needs to be in there. Because if that's not in there, then Ernie is on the hook for the full amount personally, because you haven't directed it. It's you're directing Ernie Lynn as trustee of CSE to do this, but if the CSE funds shut down, and she's going to go, well, this is absolutely untenable, because he could shut down for instance, he could shut down CSE, start up a new entity and call it something else, call it Creation Science, Creation Evangelism, and just leave it at that.
Yeah.
And then she would be left out. And it's like, well, if you you might just do that.
Well, first of all, we're not talking a huge amount of money. I mean, 140,000, whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
It's,
Now, and I would say that no liens are going to be. I was thinking, okay, well, if a big chunk of the cash went to those four-wheeler 6-seat things, you know, if there's 60,000 in those, or 50,000 in those, that's at least one kind of a bit of security, maybe. If you're willing to concede that, but not any buildings.
Yeah, those diminish in value, though.
They do, and so do buildings. But the buildings, see, any asset that's attached to the land is owned by the owner of the land.
Right.
So, let's do that about a couple of 100 times then, and that should loosen those muscles up. Anyway, well, I don't know what to say. This is the only thing I can think of that looks like it might be somewhat of a.
They've kind of already done that. I mean, it's already.
Yeah, but I wouldn't sign hers.
No, but Ernie's already been directed to do that.
Right. No, but this is something in writing.
Yeah. Okay.
That would have your signature. You see?
Yeah. Okay.
Because she thinks that is more important than your word. She's going to go, well, his word is worthless because he told me the last time that he wasn't going to blah, blah, blah. And her,
What did I do to that woman?
well, I don't think you did anything to her.
Love of money, root of all evil.
See, she would definitely say you're being unchristian about that right there.
No, I don't, well, no, I did say the motorhome, but I'm gonna try to sell it and get the cash.
And what would you do with that? Put it back in the ministry again.
Well, yeah, but I could, if, sell her the collateral, the motorhome and the 5 side-by-sides.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't wanna, my word is good.
Yeah, but that,
It's not good for
we're
her.
trying to get her to shut up. Remember the goal? The
Mhm.
goal is to get her to shut up. Or at least shut up about that.
Mhm.
She'll still go on and on about Steve and Ernie. She's, and just out of curiosity, have you tried just the hand and the shut up? Have you tried that yet? Has that?
Oh, yeah, just stop. Okay, so if I type this up, print it out, she'll say,
Can you read my chicken scratching?
yep, perfect. Okay.
If you can't, or if you're confused on the word, let me know.
You got the copy of
Don't leave it where she can see it though.
Yeah, you got the copy of the, thing she wrote up that we
Yeah,
marked up?
that's worth. I used that to make this, and I'm not telling you have to do it. I'm just saying this is the only
Oh,
thing
yeah.
I'd give her.
Yeah.
And everything else is shut up. You have an agreement. Well, drop it. Let it go. And if you don't, then please leave. And they just say please leave. 2 words. That doesn't mean please leave me for life. It just means please leave. 'Cause I'm busy. If she wants to take please leave and go, oh, he told me to leave. Yes. And if she wants to convert that into something,
Yeah.
then that's up to her to make that outrageous
Whatever it will be.
determination.
Okay. Well, I can hit this. Red shirt. I was wearing a red shirt on my.
Child resources, so they try to come in and take the children away. One more left. Mark saw that coming, and he very wisely made a decision that was good for him, and that was, if there's confidential land, Chris Jones is a issue. He really is, brother. There's that baggage from the past, and they're going to use it against the ministry.
So what is the, the Christian perspective? Chris is my friend. I knew him before this happened. And, Saul was out killing people, and after he got saved, some of the church probably didn't want to accept him in there. I mean, I feel it's a similar thing here,
And I understand what you're saying, but again, the laws will be used against you when Chris shows up. And that's why those with children, they have to exercise, they have to kind of exercise some caution and kind of stay away from him and act as if, it's again, the best thing is Chris as a Christian would be for him to come and have lunch with you or go out to eat with you or socialize with you, but kind of stay away from the ministry. I think it's actually illegal for him to be there. And I think that if the Alabama Children's Resources ever catches him there, I think they're going to arrest him.
I don't think so, but maybe we can do some checking on that. Oh, if he's going to move here and live here, yes. But to come visit?
To come visit, he can't even be around the school, brother. If he's around where children are and a non-location of children is a convicted pedophile, he's in violation of his rules, what he was left with when he was set free.
Well, do you want to call him and talk to him about that? Make sure?
I really don't need to. I mean, it's going to be him that they go after if they come catch him around where children are. And brother, if they catch him traveling with children, it's going to be a real issue for him.
I don't know. It's evil what they've done to that guy.
It's evil, and that's what they're doing is using it back against the ministry every chance they get. And if this gets out broad scale, it does hurt because a lot of people, the first thing that comes to everybody's mind is, we just need to distance ourselves from them and kind of stay distant from them.
would not come on campus because I had talked to Paul.
I told him, I said,
And
it's not
he
for
said-
sure that he's coming. However, he's welcome here. And Mark, I've got all the texts from Mark. He said, if he's welcome here, then I'm not. I said, Mark, don't do that. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. I've been through all this. I called the sheriff. I've been talking to everybody. There is no cover. I want you to understand. Chris is welcome here. His 17 years ago was his charge. He served his time. There's no problem. He's not listed as a pedophile. He's listed as a sex offender, and almost all of them get level 3. It's just something they do, like me, they add on charges. Paul said there's no problem. Ernie said, everybody said, you talk to Mark.
You could have given a very small concession and kept a very good man. I think we wanted him to leave.
I cannot hear you. Talk louder, please. I cannot hear you.
Ernie and you have been trying to get him to leave.
Why would you
I
say
don't know
that?
about you, but I have it in writing from Ernie, and I assume that you and Ernie are together on that.
Well, you're mistaken.
I have it in writing.
Are you just looking for a fight? I did not want Mark to leave. I told him he did not have to leave. I got 20 texts from him. I don't want to argue with you about it or anything, but no, you are mistaken.
I'm not mistaken.
Okay, it was his
Ernie
choice
is
to leave.
in writing.
Okay.
Mark has to go.
For what? How long ago was that?
That was because he was in cahoots with Cindy's chorus rebellion.
By
telling
in the last
you-
2 minutes, 2 years, when was this?
This was a while ago.
Okay.
I have no reason to think that Ernie has changed his mind.
Okay. Thursday morning, Ernie will be here. We're going to get everybody in there that wants to say anything about anything. We're going to hash it out.
Very small concession. It would have been a very small concession to say, Chris, we'll go visit you at Paul's house.
We are going to do it at Paul's house, probably, but it'd be a
Why
small,
don't you do that with Mark?
it'd be a small, I did tell Paul that it's going to be here. However, I don't want you telling me what to do.
You could have said that it would be for his sake.
Well, no,
That's called compromise. That's called love. That's called care.
he spent a lot of time on it, including calling the sheriff 3 times.
Why are you thinking about bugging me?
Huh? What?
Why are you thinking about bugging me?
I'm not bugging you, am I? What are you talking about?
When I was going to do the group text, I saw a message from Steve that said you were going to bug me.
Oh. How long ago was that?
I wouldn't know.
Oh. Let me see Peter Riley's text here.
Can you answer the question?
Oh. When you were arguing about something, I don't remember, it doesn't matter. I didn't, I won't.
I think she's probably over here by his house.
Okay, come on over and put some camera.
I will interview. I'm at the neighbor's house right now.
Oh, so see if
I'm out here, but I don't see her car, but I'm on the other side of the house, so I don't know if there's lights on in the house now, so.
the blue car pulls up out there. Anyway, all right, I'm baffled, brother. I'm completely baffled.
Yeah, well, I don't think you even know what recording you had. It was a long time ago. And I'm going to post it for you when I get home, and you have time to downgrade it so it can be posted in the text so you can hear it.
So this has been going in her mind for a long time.
Oh, brother, she should have told you that it's so weird because she was like, you shouldn't listen, or that Steve whisper in your ear and tell you things. That me and Ernie are not mentioning stealing and stuff, and it was basically like sleeping, and you must have had your recorder running. Words were so low, but when you boosted the, amplified the audio, makes me regret. If she goes to that lawyer and that newspaper guy, the audio video for you that you'll be able to play.
Well, if anything, push comes to shove, like it's a media act, you know, what's...
Yep, I'm going to make a little video to be private, but when you want someone to see it, you just let me know.
Yeah. Well, I hope it's be fixed.
Yeah, I don't think it's fixable. I think now she's already made her mind up to leave, and she, to make her justified, she is putting all of this on you, me, and her. Yep.
Yeah. And Theodore, the thing I wrote last night or this morning and sent to everybody about, you know, Theodore tried to take it over, and Mary tried, and Cindy's doing the same thing. Is it just, I have successful ministry, God's blessed, we got, you know, stuff here, and they want it.
But I run Mary off. You have a big and powerful ministry, and we're trying to take out the heir to that, which is her. With the very first started recording her.
Well, keep it all handled. Yeah. All right. Well, come over when you can. I think it's a good time to put that thing in now.
Yeah, I'll be over there soon now, brother.
All right.
I'm already out here, son. All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
I'm probably too tolerant, too patient, but I don't want to lose anybody. But you ever been constipated and you finally get to take a really good dump?
Yep.
Feels great, doesn't it?
I know what you mean.
I kind of feel like, whoa. All right, thank y'all.
Yes, sir.
Well, she has apparently never been submissive, I think, to anybody. Her dad, husband, the Lord. And so it's not my job to, you know, but with children, sometimes you have to break their spirit, you know. And I have to figure out what it takes. I'm not going to do anything physical to harm her, but she needs a good spanking. Okay. Wild idea. I do not want Cindy sleeping in the other room. And I have a wild idea. I take the door off the hinges. Take the bed out. Well, my house, why not? Well, that's true. Hey, Bill, Kent Hovind here. Just need some quick advice. I'm going to try to make it so Cindy cannot sleep in the other bedroom. And take the bed out. Take it down to the shop. We need one down there. Let me know what you thought. What will the reaction be? Thank you, brother. Bye. Okay. Second idea. J.R. Hughes is extremely sick and may have to come off to be in the board of directors. So Ernie and I have been talking about having Freddie be one and having Brady be one, and you. Well, what do you think? I don't know. It wouldn't involve much. Just meetings once in a while. That would be awesome. That would make Cindy excited, wouldn't it? Well, good evening, brother. Did I text you my idea about solving this problem? That's right. I can't figure out what the problem is. I'm a nice guy. I've done nothing mean to her. Anyway, okay, just get some ideas. Well, okay. That's true. Okay, I like that. All right. Well, any progress on your front with your situation, your wife and son? Well, I'm going to think about it overnight, but tomorrow I think I'm going to get to move the bed out of there. Move the bed out. Yeah, my bed. Move the bed out and take the door off. And I need that door. Well, I don't care. I absolutely don't care anymore, brother. You can have all the fits you want. Hey, good evening, brother. Wild thought. I think I want to take the bed out of my bedroom number 2 and take it down to the old office for somebody to sleep on down there. That ought to stir up some interesting conversation, huh? Well, what do you think will happen if all of a sudden, like if I do this tomorrow and she's gone? She's been over working at the house that Steve left for last 2 days. And I'm sure she's furious with a long list of issues to discuss. But she should not be sleeping in the other room. Okay, well, the bed belongs to the ministry. We need one down there. Okay, what if I took the door off too? I need a door somewhere too, don't I? Well, any predictions? Okay, wild idea. I do not want Cindy sleeping in the other room, and I have a wild idea. I take the door off the hinges, take the bed out. Well, my house, why not? Hey, Bill, Kent Hogan here. Just need some quick advice. I'm going to try to make it so Cindy cannot sleep in the other bedroom. And take the bed out. Take it down to the shop. We need one down there. Let me know what you thought. What will the reaction be? Thank you, brother. Bye. Okay. Well, good evening, brother. Did I text you my idea about solving this problem? That's right. I'll take it, guys. I can't figure out what the problem is. I'm a nice guy. I've done nothing mean to her. Well, okay. Yeah? How does that tie in? Let me think. Oh. She wasn't. Yeah. That's true. Okay, I like that. All right. Well, I'm going to think about it overnight, but tomorrow I think I'm going to get to move the bed out of there. Move the bed out. Yeah, my bed. Move the bed out and take the door off. And I need that door. Well, I don't care. I absolutely don't care anymore, brother. You can have all the fits she wants. Hey, good evening, brother. Wild thought. I think I want to take the bed out of my bedroom number 2 and take it down to the old office for somebody to sleep on down there. That ought to stir up some interesting conversation, huh? Well, what do you think will happen if all of a sudden, like if I do this tomorrow and she's gone? She's been over working at the house that Steve left for last 2 days. And I'm sure she's furious with a long list of issues to discuss. But she should not be sleeping in the other room. Okay, well, the bed belongs to the ministry. We need one down there. Okay, what if I took the door off too? I need a door somewhere too, don't I? Well, any predictions?
And don't cough up to it. You try and act like a Christian, and then behind my back, you act like an absolute greedy man with no integrity and no care for your wife. You mock, you fail to do your promise, you claim you are good on your word when you're not. You're not good on. No, sir. You said it was contingent on me being a good spouse. That was Ernie's. You said, oh, don't give me that, baloney.
Oh, back in the bottom part of the rut, huh?
Sir, it is a rut that you are trying to shove untruth down my throat. You are mocking me to those you are attempting to get on your side.
Walk and then walk off. Okay. And answer those 8 questions, and then walk off.
Answer mine.
I'm the one that's being defrauded. They're right there, right on the table. Answer those 8, please.
You're the one who is defrauding me.
I'm defrauding you?
You're the one who is lying. You have not granted the contract which you promised. You have told me there is no contract. You have told me there is no agreement. You have told me it was all a gift, and I'm an Indian giver and a deceiver for asking for it back.
I never
You
said.
have told me that you are unable to enter into an agreement. You have told me Ernie is unable to enter the agreement, not giving a rip that it's a year and a half after the fact, after I already gave you the money.
Okay, good night.
No, sir, not good night.
Yeah, just answer those questions, please.
No, sir, it's not a good night when your husband is acting like this.
It's not that. I'm the real thing. I've been calm. Cindy, read those
Calm is irrelevant.
8 questions and answer those.
Calm is irrelevant.
Are you going to answer the 8 questions?
Calm is not related to entering a contract with your wife.
You have not missed a payment,
I-
and you won't.
Will never do that to you or anybody else, nor would a good Christian.
Call Barbara, the attorney in Wisconsin that loves our ministry. You know Barbara.
No, I certainly don't.
I'll send you her number.
Why do you keep involving these attorneys? Every time I talk to them, they tell you you are being abominable. The last attorney you had me talk to, named Matt, said this is ungodly and atrocious, how you are acting. Greed, sir. You are willing to sacrifice your marriage for money.
Money is
You intentionally
primary thing you're worried about, Cindy.
You intentionally set it up so that I would think I had a deal, took my $100,000 and did a bait and switch.
Cindy,
That is pure scandal. And I'm going to blow your butt in exposure.
Okay. We've already paid you back $30,000. We will continue to pay back.
No, sir, you haven't.
Okay.
The only one who would refuse to sign an agreement is the one who doesn't wish to keep it and who is looking for a loophole and who has mocked me for even asking. Someone with integrity would be more than happy to have already signed the agreement way back in October without the mocking, the slander, and the other crap.
And walk off now. Okay.
Why not?
All right. Why not? Answer those 8 questions, please.
No, you answer my question.
No, I asked them first. We've
Sir,
paid back about
I'm getting a
$31,000.
lawyer.
What?
I'm getting a lawyer.
Go for it.
I don't need to answer your questions.
You're going to spend a bunch of money on a lawyer. You're not going to get anywhere. You're going to ask me to pay for half of that, too.
It's going to expose the evil, which is what you pray for.
I'm not. I want the evil exposed, that's for
no,
sure.
sir, you don't want your evil exposed. It needs to be. You are completely out of line.
Okay, well, let's stop for tonight, please.
You should be ashamed of yourself. My father hates Jesus, but he has more integrity than you do.
We don't, Cindy,
He is a man of his word.
so am I.
You are not a man of your word. You changed your word, and you denigrated your signature,
Cindy,
and you put Ernie up to doing the same.
you haven't missed a payment.
You haven't given me a contract which shows you have intention to defraud. And so does Ernie. And as for the medical bills, I only asked for half.
I said I would pay
And
that.
you said you don't owe anything unless I want to give you all my assets.
No, that's not what I said.
Oh,
Cindy,
really? I have
Cindy,
it written down.
Don't lie. Cindy, you're lying. Now listen carefully. I gave you 2
You're
options.
lying.
I gave you 2
You're
options.
lying.
You're interrupting.
First of all, because you just called me a liar when I'm not. Second of all, it's in writing.
I gave you 2 options, Cindy. You only mentioned option 2.
Is that a lie? No, sir, it's certainly not.
All right.
One of the ridiculous options you gave me. Essentially what you're saying is, what's yours is mine. What's yours is not mine. You get everything, I get nothing.
Are you hurting for anything? I've provided everything for you.
Irrelevant, ungermane.
Okay.
You gave an option of asking for all my assets. That is outrageous.
Okay, ignore option 2.
It's greed.
Go to option
It
1.
shows your intent. All you want is my money.
Doesn't show.
And that also shows why you were so upset when you found out about the will being changed. After you already stole my 100,000, you're expecting me to leave everything to you?
You're accusing me of stealing, Cindy.
Yes, sir, I am. Because you are showing clear signs of intent to defraud.
We have paid.
I have it in writing from both you and Ernie. Intent to defraud. If CSC can afford to pay you, then we'll pay you. If we have revenue. However, I'd much rather build a deck on the back cabin. It'll cost me a few thou, but I'd rather spend it there than pay your medical bill. Half your medical bill.
I told you I would pay half the medical bill and maybe
Certainly
even
did not.
read the questions I asked you.
You said you would only pay if I agreed to sign a lie.
I didn't
You
ask you
should
to
know
sign.
me better than that.
I did not ask you to sign a lie.
Yes, you did.
Cindy, it is not a lie. It is an
It is a lie.
The whole thing is an absolute truth.
100%.
All right. Good night.
No, sir, bad night. I'm sure once you have me knocked off, you'll be able to find someone else to do what I do for you.
What? Why would you say such a thing? Have you knocked off?
Because I heard you say, if she's dead, she doesn't need the money.
And where did you hear me say that?
You gonna deny it?
Well, just answer my 8 questions, please. Just a simple yes, no.
So the new contract that I'm going to have written up is going to say that if I'm dead, my mother gets the money. You took $100,000 of mine that was promised for my retirement and long-term income. You're not stealing it. And for you to say that you don't know that is a bold-faced lie. The sad part is, people like you, they start to believe their own lies.
Well, same thing with Jonathan and Bethany. They're leaving now, too.
After I'm already gone.
Yep. Because I had told them that if you were going to be on property, I would tell them. Well, I did tell them you were coming to be on property, and you were on property, and I don't want you to have this albatross hanging around your neck the rest of your life, brother. I was, you, from my perspective, just come. I had a wild idea. You ready for this? You can do it as somebody anonymous, okay? Write a comment on the YouTube channel or something. Pick a new name that says your name, or just send it in as an email to the office. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Cindy has been divorced twice before, and so she's unqualified to be in the ministry. I mean, really lay down thick. It's my wife, yeah. No, my wife. So my wife, Cindy. Well, it's just to point out that how that this is so dumb to keep an albatross around somebody's neck for years. That's exactly what they're doing to you. You turn it exactly around on them. Say, I'm not going to come to that ministry until all those who've been divorced are gone. They're not qualified to be in the ministry. I don't want my children to be around them. You know, pretend like you got a bunch of family children or something. Oh, it was not strong before. No, it was not. And those, it's just they don't see how wrong it is. that's, yeah.
I'll enjoy it.
Well, now, who contacted Beatty about you being here?
I contacted Brady and talked about it.
Not Brady, Robert Beatty.
Oh, I have no idea. Does he know? I have no
I
idea.
guess, I think Ernie told me that, I think Ernie was one that told me that Beatty had something, and somebody had told him about people leaving the ministry over this, and Beatty's got it all up on his stuff. I mean, I don't care what Beatty thinks, but,
Well, it really sucks. It's funny, you know, they asked me, why would you come around this ministry knowing your reputation will hurt it? And, well, first of all, if it was later in the day and not sort of in the morning, my answer would have been, well, look, all of our sins are a stain on the reputation of Jesus. And yet we all come there and he welcomes us and loves us. I think this ministry, more than a lot of others, does emulate Jesus in that fact. Should have been my answer, but where was I going with that? I forgot the second half of my answer.
how did Beatty find out? And who's telling him this stuff?
Oh, the problem is, yeah, you obviously still have rats in your ministry that tell Theo stuff and Beatty stuff, and you know, and that's the thing. The other point of this is the same people that accuse me, why would I hurt the ministry? They then turn around and call Theo and Beatty. It's crazy.
Well, I don't care what Theo thinks or Beatty thinks, but I wonder how long the Apostle Paul had to put up with this churches saying, "Oh, this is the guy that used to murder Christians." I mean, in that case, he was guilty.
Absolutely. No, and I told Paul too. I said, as to the answer whether the Apostle Paul would be welcomed by the residents of Dinosaur Adventureland, I think the answer is a resounding no.
They will by me.
Yeah, I know you was that be it. And they pack up their bags and leave again.
Yep.
So be it.
Okay, so be it. Hey, gonna cut down on my grocery bill and my utility bill, brother. Thank you so much. I'll send you a percentage.
I can't for the support and the loyalty and the friendship and the fellowship. And yeah, may we have another 7 to 10 years of it.
I'm guessing 7 is gonna get bad, but okay. Well, yeah. Did you get converted over to be an independent Baptist while you're here? I didn't have time to really work on that.
No, you did, and I didn't have time to work on my stuff either. You know what? And I had some stuff I wanted to talk to you about, and it all got diverted. My mindset, too, all got diverted. And instead of talking gospel and having fun and fellowshipping, it all got turned into conflict and defense. And
Yeah. All right.
Maybe next time.
Sounds great. All right. You're a blessing, brother. Thank you, brother.
All
right. Bye-bye. Okay. So is Chris gone? Well, you know, I disagree with Chris theologically on several things, and but that doesn't. He's allowed to go where he wants. I'm still baffled by the whole. Well, Chris called the mother, and he'd known the family for a long time, and the boy was kind of, well, still, it's not our decision to make. That's not our. I would probably do the same, and you would probably do the same. If a 13-year-old kid is scared and said, "Hey, can I?" Yeah, judgment call, but anyway.
Conversation, but I don't remember the question he had. I don't remember the question he had that I refused to answer. I don't.
But you see that this stigma, if somebody doesn't stop, this stigma is going to follow him for life. He no longer has leprosy, folks. He's free to come. If you love this ministry, shut up. Let him come. Be his friend. Give him a hug. If you love this ministry, go ahead.
In a nutshell, I think for Kenny's question was, are you coming here and just risking the ministry?
He didn't want to come. I told him I want you to come, didn't I?
No, I'm just saying, is that in a nutshell?
Yes, Kenny said, because you can come, you can stay on your property, and now with you, 100% of everything is legal case.
I'm the leader.
Yeah. I believe his house. I work with people often that false charges against them. It ruins their life. It ruins their marriage. It ruins their friendship. Here's an example. I have no family.
We are kids ministry.
I have no family because
I am afraid what happens if other babies are killed.
Don't talk to him.
I don't. I haven't walked on Facebook.
Don't talk to other ladies or anything.
I never have.
Good. No. Okay. Simple.
So we have a biblical duty to join. To rejoin the fellowship.
I believe we have a biblical duty to make sure, to the best of our ability, we already know our education may be ruined with the community, this or that, but not to have Robert Bailey post pictures that somebody sent him of Christy on the property.
We have a biblical duty to have fellowship with him.
Yes, we do.
And that means,
but we also have a legal duty to make sure that families and children and families come together.
I want them to come. They do come. We're doing it. I'll put a picture of me and Chris together and post it right now.
Two things going on here. I called the sheriff, and you can't get to
We don't have to do that. I'm not going to. I'm just saying. I'm not going to run because Mark's mother is mad at us or Robert Katie's mad at us. I'm not going to stand why I feel disappointed and depressed for everybody. Okay, well,
I'm just going to give you one more brief example. Last time when Chris was here, I called a family, a lovely family, 6 children. They wanted to come and visit because 3 of their kids were safe, 3 of them were not safe. They wanted them to get the tour and to stay with the other kids who were safe when they were here for the tour the first time. And they said, we wanted to know, was Chris Jones died, because we heard about it, was he there? I did not want to answer, so I refused to answer basically. I changed the topic because I didn't want to lie. But then I didn't want to tell the truth because I didn't know what to do, so I changed the topic. And she realized that I did that, and she said, well, that answers my question. We won't be coming there anymore.
That's their decision.
Honey.
It is their decision for their children. Go ahead. Yeah.
Now, I think if somebody calls us ministry and says it's Chris Garrett, just simply say the elders got together, that they've investigated it thoroughly, and he's welcome here, and we take all precautions for anybody visiting here. Just tell them that. If they don't want to come after that, then that's their decision.
Did you get to make your point?
Well, there's a whole other level to look at this, okay? I have been I was assistant pastor at several different churches. I got to the point, I'm in California, assistant pastor at Calvary Baptist Church in Fairfield, California. The pastor became a Calvinist, like he is, okay? And I disagreed. I said, brother, I think anybody can be saved. Oh no, only the elect can be saved. And we had our discussions and arguments, and I said, well then I cannot stay. Okay? But when I left, I didn't tell anybody why. Hey, I got another job, I'm going somewhere else. I don't want to stir up trouble on the way out. So if I make decisions that you don't like, I understand. If you want to leave, that's fine. I'll give you whatever money I can. I gave Mark $700 yesterday. Anybody else give him any money? Okay? So my heart is in this, okay? My heart is in Mark and his family. I think I demonstrate that with my life and with my love and with everything else. So ultimately, I have to answer to God for these things. Now, the old man that just walked in is one of the largest donors we have ever had. Okay? And show him around the place. He's here with his son. Loves the Lord, loves our ministry, 80 years old. And so I want to close this meeting down and go spend time with him.
Can I say one other thing? I guess to finish here. Number one, I'm sorry for all the drums. Brains like I mean, it wasn't supposed to blow up like this. For you, I really don't even want to be around your kids. Just I don't even want any, it's not my gun force to be with kids at all. I prefer to stay away. Number three, if there turns out to be any basis for, CPS or someone having a problem, I absolutely will not come anymore. Over. I called the sheriff, the local sheriff myself, and talked to them, and they said there's nothing against the law. I think Ken, Paul, I don't think I called, but the sheriff is telling us that is zero basis. If there's a 1% legal basis, I'll never be here again, because I
never will never be happy. You will never be happy. I don't care what he thinks. And Mark's mother will probably never be happy. Okay, bye.
together or whatever decision you make, I'm just saying that it's legally speaking, it's a cause for concern, and it really muddies our reputation.
I'm not worried about it.
And actually, me being here muddies the camp in those men's eyes.
I'm not worried about it.
The reason Kent being here muddies this ministry. Once again.
Okay, one more thought. Hang on, one more thought.
I agree with
Okay, hang on. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, they had a man in their church commonly reported that was living in adultery with his father's wife. Now that's a sex crime, and even in the pagan cultures, okay? Paul said, turn him over to Satan for the destruction of the flesh. Let the devil kill him. Later he repented. When you read 2 Corinthians, they found out that the church, he had repented, and they wouldn't receive him back. So Paul chewed him out in 2 Corinthians. Let the guy back into the church. We just knock it off. It's over.
We received him.
What?
We received him.
Please receive him. I want you to receive Chris to come
We
here.
did.
If you can't stand, if you don't want to be here when he's here, go shopping, but I'm going to let Chris come here anytime. If you're worried about your children, I'll pay for you to go shopping. But Chris, you're my brother.
I know.
Something that's saying, Phil Sam, I'm not interested.
And what was, I'm saying, I don't
You
recall
love
that
this ministry so much, you're 100% innocent, you love this ministry so much, but you know that people will be after us.
You can't, I'm sorry, I have you. You can't live your life like this either. Robert Beatty and, but you can live your life and you can accept
We're done. I got a bunch of
anybody else.
visitors here.
Dr. Hogan is saying, you're my brother, you're welcome here. And he's feeling like he's rebelling against something, I don't know what. I feel like we can say, you're my brother, we forgive you, we don't know what happened, without having you come on campus and having there be a loving dialogue that says, sweetheart, we love you, but can we just do this elsewhere just because it's not worth it? And Doc's rebellion against that is my main offense.
Mm-hmm. But it's not, I agree with Doc. Christian has complete freedom.
But his my way or the highway attitude.
We have 20 plus kids here. The Christians now, through me, to notify them that he's coming. So the extra mile is to aid people that have like Mark, to have a disagreement. He goes the extra mile. I called Mark, I said, Mark, Chris is here this couple days. He will never be on camp without me. Now, last time I said he'd never be on camp without me, and I knew he came to camp once. Oh, you told me he'd never be here. Yeah, but he was going to be here for 4 hours, and he was going to be only with Kent, and he was going to come right back. And I tried, but I said, Mark, I promise you, this time that's not going to happen.
But he's still forewarned about what's coming. It's not by surprise.
Not only was Chris going to go the extra mile to make Mark comfortable, I was going to go the extra mile to go make Mark comfortable. I said, Mark, you have a legal duty to be at this meeting this morning and hear Chris's side of the story. I mean, a biblical duty. You have a biblical duty to hear a story. Proverbs says it's wrong to make a determination without hearing the story. So, and I said, Mark, it's not going to hurt you one bit to stay one more day and hear Chris's side of the story.
Well, maybe he can call PCS too. We call the sheriff.
You guys seem to keep forgetting the point that even if he's 100% innocent, just like Julia was saying, even if he's 100% innocent,
about the legal implications. That's what everybody's
Oh, I get it.
Mark cannot risk 0.009%.
But Mark cannot live in fear and be biblical either.
Okay, I'm just saying, the my way or the highway attitude that Dr. Hogan continually displayed, I think, is ungodly.
May I offer my services?
Yeah, I need a shrink and a lobotomy and a heart transplant, please.
Okay. This is a very, very difficult situation. We're all going to have to compromise something. I'm going to ask you to trust me. I'm going to ask you to trust Garrett. I'm going to ask you to trust Paul. We will not take our time. Okay. Just let us be. He won't be alone.
How do you call it?
I would vote to have Chris live here. like I started out the meeting, it's the Apostle Paul. There'd be people in the room that just get that, blank out of here. That he was one of the great.
Did Mark say that?
Oh, no, I'm saying, if Chris was the Apostle Paul.
I know, but...
Or if the Apostle Paul was here, for nothing to do with me.
But Mark never called him a blank. No, it wasn't a personal thing at all. It was, my child is at danger. Can you please stay off campus? That's a reasonable request that a godly people should listen to.
But that's not the way it is.
And I do want us, myself too, I'll take on the personal responsibility, but if there really is this danger that CPS is going to do something, absolutely I won't be back. My study so far, there's no precedent, but I will look into it further, because I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble for my own selfish things that did it for a couple days a year. I don't want that at all.
I don't think it's intentional.
No, and if there's a danger though, really, I mean, so I'm going to look in further whether it's possible for me to start an investigation for me just visiting.
Yeah.
But everything I've heard so far is no.
And he asked me, Paul, is there any legality to this? Is there any danger?
The fact that Mark perceives danger
He
is
perceives it.
the point that we're trying to make.
Some people are very...
Well, not just Mark, but this lady is, worried with her kids and stuff too. I mean, I get everyone's worried.
So if you do research and you find out there's no danger, that doesn't mean they're not going to come and do it. So it's moot.
Bring it on. Bring it on. I do that all the time.
Well, bring it on is okay for you, okay? If you want to bring it upon yourself, or if Doc wants to bring it upon himself. But when it involves somebody else's child...
If he's telling the truth, it is clear in heaven. That's wonderful. I don't even know if he's telling the truth, but it appears to me.
And just, I'm sure anyone wants to leave, but leave, and not force it.
Just for the record, Mike didn't blow anything up. I had to inquire as to why he's leaving.
They got a hold of your story. Guess what? Jesus put children on his lap and talked to them. There's some pervert. There's some evil people in that crowd. He's an evil man. Look at him. Okay.
This is going to hit home.
No, make it short, because you like to preach.
In a nutshell, as a group, you all have a responsibility that we don't have an appearance of evil. Okay? I'm going to tell you myself, if you look into and somebody wants to say, that guy molested his daughter, there's evidence that you could find that's in that category. So if I'm here with that burden and I can be presented as an evil, then it's really, if somebody said, James, you make us look bad, I'm going to do like I would do with COVID. If I get it, I'm going to take my motorhome and I'm going to put a sign on it, quarantine. Come in 2 weeks if I'm alive, okay. Okay, I'm going to remove myself from the situation.
And that's biblical, right?
Right. I'm going to say the same thing. If somebody out here says, well, because somebody has said you did this, now somebody else can come out and make us look bad because somebody said you did this, I will do it. And I will. Okay? I will not tarnish this ministry because if somebody wants to say, well, you make us look bad because somebody else accused you of doing this, you're going to do it.
But you got to be careful. The Apostle Paul didn't do that.
I'm not the same, baby.
It does have the same elements, though. I think most people would agree with that. It does have some of the same elements.
I can't see the connection.
Should I?
You need to hear the whole story and make a decision, not these rumors floating out and people make a decision because somebody's been accused of something. It just turns into a nightmare.
Well, it's not just an accusation, it's that he's got a federal thing.
He got charged. I got charged. I've been accused of homosexuality by my family.
Somewhere that CPS could use it. Have a federal... Are you on the pedophile list?
Oh.
Isn't that pertinent?
No.
It's under sex offending. I'm sorry. I'll change my words.
The Apostle Paul is guilty.
Are you on the sex offender list?
I don't know.
I'm asking you a question. Did you do your research? Do you know where that folder is? Because we were just talking, and he actually explained himself.
Under tier 3,
People, you don't get to tier 3 without doing really egregious activity. Other states, tier 3, it's almost nothing. I got clients in Nebraska, they took a fish, old man take a fish behind a tree, nobody around, section kind of directly as well. Now, I'm going to communicate all this to Mark. I've got everybody can pray that Mark comes back. I think there's a good chance he might. And, yeah. So, we'll have to convince, I hope we can convince Mark that it's okay to break the vow.
Well, that's right. Christ said, don't make down.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you this, but marriage is a vow.
I know, but he's that to the Lord, not to me.
Right, but
I'm not going to eat again. I'm not going to eat again until Chris is completely found innocent. If he's in the kingdom, what's for dinner? So, Mark is acting on a tremendous amount of emotion, and I think he'll calm down. Hopefully we can do that.
I think part of that emotion might be the disrespect. The way Doc is just, well then leave. Instead of showing him the respect that, hey, you're concerned, it might not be valid, but, and I see what you're saying, that it shouldn't be worked around. So I don't know the answer, but I think there's a, for me, it's a respect issue.
And I had the same challenge as Mark. But I've been able to work side by side with Kent without a lot of problems. And I told Kent 2 weeks ago, I said, Kent, I think you will adhere to the 5 points of Calvinism someday. It ties into lots of different things. But I said, Doc, I think if you sat down with me for several hours, 4 hours, I think I could convince you of a good theology. But at the same time, I've told him that this is not reason to divide fellowship.
Right. And again, I apologize there, but it's not a fun trip for me. The only reason I even follow through is when I'm open to finality one way or another. Because this is not what I wanted for anyone.
You don't realize what he's been through.
I can imagine.
Not really. I don't think you can. I can't. For 3 years, he was forced to live in his car, even though his house was 2 miles away.
5 years.
5 years. He was forced to be allowed to go take a shower. He had to sleep in the gas station and bathe in their bathrooms and stuff.
Well, I'm sorry.
Because the parole officer
Why
said,
weren't you allowed to go to your own home?
there's a school in there. Well, there's a school.
Oh, because you were in home. Oh.
Insane. They try to violate these people so they can throw them away and have them killed in prison.
I had the head of the FBI invite me to his house for Christmas. Some of my parole officers in those can't go to anybody's house. I wasn't at my own house. I could not go to anybody's house. Doesn't matter where it was.
Chris was almost beat to death. He showed me a picture this morning. His whole face caved in. Television stuff. Wires holding things together. The guard says, he's not going to go to the feet. He don't care if they killed him. If he died, we don't know who did it. Guard says, man, we were cool.
Yeah, and it was. All the video disappeared. All the things operated. No one saw anything.
Evil. Yep. And Doc is trying to incorporate other elders to be with him, so that
Many counselors are wise.
and also in his passing, it wouldn't fall into the hands of this church. So Cindy's being a big help on that, and right you can, but we really need to get this place for everybody. Everybody, not just the ministry, for everybody. So the good things that come from bad times.
Okay, so this is what I got. I, Kent Hovind, agree to direct Ernie Land, trustee of CSE, 488 Pearl Lane, Repton, Alabama, to continue to pay $1,300, and then I spell out $1,300, by check or money orders per month to Cindy Hovind for the next 10 years and either 10 months or 9 months if you want to take off the month that you just paid. Okay? from the intellectual property revenues of CSE. Plain as day. I further direct that these either 129 or 130 payments of $1,300 to Cindy Hoven be paid regardless of my health or death. And I further direct that if the trustee directorship changes from Ernie Lamb to some other person, that this payment schedule is to remain in force in full.
Let's see, now, is that an order?
You're just saying, hey, send the money to her. You're directing where to send it, just like the traffic director.
They have the right to say no.
Yeah, but he's not. He's
Right.
not saying no. He's saying yes, I'll do it.
Yeah.
You're saying, hey, direct 1,300 over to here and the rest over to me.